on the Autobahn. Let's zoom straight up to 70 miles an hour and see what that feels like. And when you're looking through it with two eyes, you do see most of these imperfections all the time. If you cruise at 80 miles an hour, you are literally the slowest car on a Sunday. Look at that. It's like a watercolour painting. Just a quick video today, because I'm about to change the screen on the Aprilia Tuareg. I thought it's probably worth doing a before and after to comprehensively check, is a new screen an improvement? So this is the original screen. It's quite a piece of plastic, I mean, doink. It's got quite a vertical face to it. The actual airflow goes over my head. We're going to change it for one that I bought from China. I apologise. I sincerely apologise. What can I say? Those prices, and in the spirit of internet science, I thought, man, I've got to try that. So I bought a €50 screen off Aliexpress. We've got some nice road, we've got some Autobahn, and then we can go back to my house, change the screen, and then try it all again and compare the differences. You'll notice I've got a microphone on the outside of my helmet and a microphone on the inside. Normally, just for the record, normally I do ride with earplugs and I don't really give a flying flamingo about wind turbulence. As you can see, it's actually pretty cold today. I'm really happy I put my second-hand Oxford hot grips on. We're going to go up to the Autobahn and we're going to do some Autobahn speeds as well as normal speeds. It's also worth noting that I'm about 175 centimetres tall. It's not a bad screen standard at all for my size and my slouch, but I can imagine that if you're a bit taller, it's going to get really annoying. So let's up the speed. Now we're doing 100 kilometers per hour, that's 60 miles an hour. That's 60. It's okay. I'm riding without earplugs in, and it's okay. Here we are on the Autobahn. Let's zoom straight up to 70 miles an hour and see what that feels like. Okie doke. So that's about 70 miles an hour and my visor closed. Yeah, it's really catching the top of my helmet now. It's making a lot of echoey, boomy turbulence noise. I'll be interested to see. So this is now 80 miles an hour. I'll be interested to see what changes. If I just simulate just being a bit taller by sitting up really straight and putting my head up, my word, that is a lot of noise now. That's a lot of noise. We're going to go directly back to the house now and we're going to fit the new screen. So this is my aftermarket screen and this is the standard screen, and as you can see, wow, that's a big difference, eh? A big difference. Let's get that opened up. So riding with the brand new screen now with the Aliexpress special. As you can see, my visor's still up and I don't even need to close it yet, and we're doing like 40 miles an hour. But I have to say there's zero wind pressure on any of me. I think if I just hover my bum up a little bit and simulate being, you know, a 6 foot something guy, then yes, even with a tall screen you're going to get a little bit of buffeting. But for somebody my size, this is awesome for long distance touring. So we're just going to nip straight up to speed here. Okay, so that's 80 miles an hour now. That's about exactly what I can do with while keeping to the running in regs. Look at the flashing red light. That means I'm going a bit too fast for my running in period. There we go. Good. So 80 miles an hour, cruising along. Man, this is the script for this job. The screen is fantastic. What I would say is that optically the screen is not great. It's a little bit wobbly. Look, you can see all the wobbles if I put the camera up close. super quick interlude, I just want to explain what I mean by optically correct, and it's not the rainbow pattern, because look, my camera is running a polarizing filter. That means it's polarizing the light that's coming into the camera sensor, which can create rainbow artifacts. What I'm talking about when I say this screen is not optically correct is distortion that you can see where straight lines become wobbly lines because the screen itself has many imperfections in the molding process. So I'll just show you what I mean by that using my mobile phone camera. Okay, so forgive the quality overall of this picture, but this is the best way to show you what the human eye is seeing, which, look at that. It's like a watercolor painting. Now the effect improves and becomes less noticeable the straighter you are. And if we just zoom around here and look over the top, it's not too bad, except the human eye is two cameras, one from the left and one from the right. And when you're looking through it with two eyes, you do see most of these imperfections all the time. If I do that, you can see it on the trees. So there you go. I hate to say it, but this is one of the features I miss off my GS. The screen that just folds up and folds down again while you're riding. Never mind. Those are my viewers who live in America and England. Look at this. If you cruise at 80 miles an hour, you are literally the slowest car on a Sunday. And that's because on Sundays, trucks are not allowed on the Autobahn. Trucks are not allowed to drive on Sundays. Well, it's still just as stable as before. The big screen's done nothing to affect stability. It's a very, very stable bike on the Autobahn. And I have to say, look at my fingers. Touching the metalwork. Damn, this is a smooth engine. Such a smooth engine. 270-degree parallel twin, and it's smooth as silk. Beautiful. And totally stable, cruising at 80 miles an hour, very comfortable. And if I slouch, I can look through the screen, and then I am reminded that this is an Aliexpress screen and that optically it's not very correct at all. So that being said, I could completely understand if you just totally avoided this screen like the plague. But what I did there was illustrate a problem that a lot of people won't even notice when they ride with this screen, especially if they're taller. Like I said, if you're a little bit taller, you'll be looking over the screen. Don't forget, this is a chin camera, so my eye line's a little bit higher. Let's sum this up really quickly. It was 60 euros delivered to my house, including tax. That is a saving in the region of 50 to 60% over a named branded screen from Europe. So that's a big saving. The downside of that is, for me, the softness of the actual screen. I believe it to be softer than a high quality screen from somebody like Puig, for example. Puig, however you want to pronounce that, I don't know. Somebody tell me how to pronounce it, please. And the optical correctness. And apart from that, it's okay. Apart from that, the design of the screen aerodynamically is really good. Really benefits the rider, especially above speeds of, let's say, about 50 miles an hour, 80 Ks. And it makes the Autobahn so good on this bike. So overall, I'm going to give it 3 fingers. I was going to say stars, but I don't know, there's 5 fingers, so let's just say it's out of 5 fingers, it's 3 fingers. This is 3 fingers. Well done, Aliexpress. Man.